We are live. This is the wood where you get what, Shabisky?
Wooded so goods.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
It's Monday. It's almost February 1st. It's January 31st. We're pushing the
Same thing.
February 1st. Like I said, it's a Monday. John Morgan's here. What's up, Morgan? Nicer.
Buddy. I was streaming chat tonight, so I figured, hey, why not? Hop into
Yeah,
wood.
yeah, he did.
Up on
And
some wood.
Crinder is here.
Hey, hey.
And of course, we got Raisin Girl, who's
Somewhere.
off camera as always.
Yes, sir.
And the biscuit. He's over there with his machinery of
Oh, yeah.
kindness.
Keep bobbing that head.
Keep bobbing that head.
Mm-hmm.
Wobble, bobble.
Yeah.
But anyways, biscuit, you have a good weekend.
It's all right.
I got a bone to pick with you.
What'd I do?
You seen that one of my videos got really popular yesterday, and you went the same thing about the poop on your fingers and stuff, and this is exactly what I said about man.
Are you talking about the hot dog one? You posted that 3
Talking about
hours
the
after me.
wiping one.
No, I'm talking about the wiping one, whatever. I don't know. The poop one. What are you talking about? The hot dog one. That one went pretty well. That one did pretty good.
Which one are you talking about?
Well, you had the poop on your fingers.
The wiping one that I just did?
Yeah.
I
You mean the wiping one? That one?
that I got from you?
I didn't say you get it, man. I said you did it on the same thing, same topic. I didn't say you stole my video.
I didn't see you do that.
Yeah, I didn't say you did the same video, but I said we did the same topic. Which that happens a lot on TikTok. I was just messing with you. Calm down.
He's in a rage.
Get you.
Somebody
Calm it
restrain
down.
him.
Calm
Oh,
it.
wait. Pimp, I want your opinion on something.
He's not a
What?
gamer.
And I'm not a
If
gamer.
anything,
No,
ask
it's gonna be
Crinder
funny.
this. All right, Crinder, you
Crinder.
ever play Gears of War?
Nope.
Oh, well then we can't ask him. He fucking sucks.
No,
Fuck him.
I've played Gears of War Tactics, but not the shooter ones.
well, I know Pimp's
I don't know
played
how
Gears of
tactic
War.
works.
Pimp, haven't you played Gears of War?
No, I could have told you that. He plays a
Why?
game like
When we
once
were
every
talking
10
about-
years or something. There's no way
Yeah,
he played
yeah.
Gears of War.
Well, but like I thought when we were talking about like getting consoles before or whatever, like I mentioned Gears of War, and you're like, oh, I actually have.
I had the game, but I never played it.
Oh,
I had a
Yeah.
bunch of games that I never played them. Yep. That's true, though. I did have the game.
Are people gifting them to you or what?
I had a PlayStation 4 or something like that. I had a bunch of different games.
You just bought them and didn't get around to
No,
them?
I didn't buy them. People bought them for me.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. what the gift
Gifts. And I didn't really play them. And then they all got stolen.
Yeah.
Brazen came
That
over my
sucks.
house and stole them.
You know
Yeah.
how I am.
be fair, like you don't want to deal with torrents and like dealing with like the risk malware, and you can't afford games. I mean, that's what I would do. Just steal them from really rich people. That way, you don't need to feel guilty.
You're a bad
Mhm.
boy,
Buy
Gene.
some.
So,
they can just buy
so you're
some
saying
more.
that we should steal shit from you, Gene? I'll come over and steal your fucking games.
What's wrong if they have more than you? That's what Gene just
Well,
talked.
Pimp,
I mean, I
let's
don't give a shit. I'll just buy more.
Pimp, let's go start stealing his shit.
Okay, to be fair, I will occasionally-
Well,
like I know, like I'll know that I'll have like a movie or like a game or something, but I know it's buried in my closet,
mm-hmm.
and I just don't feel like going through the
If you-
hassle
and
of
you
digging
buy-
for it.
And you
And
buy
I'll
it
just-
again?
I'll just buy it again because it's more
Well,
convenient.
that's
Wow.
stupid. That's
It's not
stupid.
stupid. I don't care. It's more convenient for me to just get it delivered the next day than to dig in my closet for it.
Picking this thing up out of my closet is so difficult. I will spend $80 not to
Well,
have
to be fair, I do have a lot of stuff in the fucking closet. It is one of those closets where, I mean, you could just use
Yeah,
it.
but that's just useless spending there. Really, I mean, if you've already got it.
Yeah, well,
Then
I mean,
Pimp
I don't
Monk your
care.
spare games after you find them in the closet later.
I can understand if it's like an adapter and you can't find it, lost in your stuff, and you order a $4 adapter.
Yeah, something like that.
How long have you been out of school and working in the field you're in?
Say like 6 years.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. He makes a stupid amount of money.
Yeah, it makes good money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like disposable income. Like
The man I had my first 2 kids with had the same job as him. I'm telling you right now, he makes a stupid amount of money.
But still, it don't matter. It's just because you got it. I mean, don't mean you have to be senseless with your money.
Yo, look, I tried to teach the last one. Look, they don't listen. When they've got stupid amounts of money, they get stupid with it.
So, Raisin, what you're telling me is that
it's not stupid. Like taking all the stuff out of the closet and digging through all the like.
Here,
DVDs,
we'll
all the
come
other
dig
stuff
through your
I have.
closet and find it, and then you give us the
How
85
about
bucks.
not burying your how about not burying your shit in the closet?
Or hire
Yeah, well,
a cleaning lady. You make enough
Yeah.
money for a cleaning lady.
Be organized,
what
my
Raisin's
man.
really saying here is that there should be plenty of good donos tonight with all the spare money.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'll come down there and clean your fucking apartment if I can have all your dudes. Shit. If that's how you handle not finding something, I'll be hiding half the shit I want to. Waiting
fair.
for
It's not in a mess. It's just I have all this stuff, and it's like the only place to put it is the closet, and there's so much of it that it is pretty.
What does this closet
Densely-
look like? It's like a huge walk-in closet just full of shit,
Yep,
just
it's
piled to
full-
the ceiling with shit.
Yep, it's full of.
So you can
full
get
of
some-
plastic, full of like when I moved in and stuff. I mean, I even bought like those like plastic like compartments, containers, like storage containers that you can put them in, and that's what it is. I guess it's like an act.
Good exercise digging
Yeah.
that stuff out.
Well, like to be fair, like currently I'm not very like I guess materialist. In the last like 4 or 5 years,
Materialistic.
Yeah, so like a lot of the stuff I bought when I was like in college and stuff, and like when I first came into like a disposable income, I started like to get into like just collecting movies on DVD and Blu-ray and stuff, and it's like I probably should just sell it because it's a lot of stuff that I really don't use, so it's in storage.
Yeah. You could sell it or donate it to the people that can't afford it, like Shabisky's little broke ass.
And most of the movies and games and stuff that I have, I've just converted into like digital copies.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
You digital copied that shit, didn't you, John?
Yeah.
Such a badass.
What the fuck was that?
I think that was Raisin. Sounded like Red Eye
Sure.
almost for a moment. Didn't it kind of sound a little Red Eye? Like, kind of like a dude. What was that,
so.
Raisin? It's like she hit her
Uh-oh.
mic with her teddy or something. Don't do
She
that. That's
Her mic
dangerous.
exploded and
Raisin.
doesn't work anymore.
She tittied her mic,
She
man.
got milk on her mic.
Oh, she
Oh,
broke
shit.
it. She broke it.
Milk is not good for your electronics.
Nope.
It's not. You know, it doesn't do the electronics good.
Trust me, I've tried.
Just your
They're on a
body.
low calcium diet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much calcium and potassium, they make your heart stop. And I believe all the electrolytes except for sodium have that effect. So those are
Almost
those,
like too much of anything is bad for you.
Yeah, but I'm saying too much of that's the effect. Like
Yeah.
too much of anything usually has different effects. That's what. Well, and to be fair, like a lot of different supplements. You have water-soluble supplements and fat-soluble supplements when it comes to vitamins and minerals. And some it's a lot easier to OD on than others.
I can see that.
Yeah. So you do have to be careful when you take like calcium, potassium supplements because that is a great risk where your heart can stop.
Fair
Oh
enough.
my God.
Don't chug the whole bottle.
Well, it's not even that. There are scenarios where a person just has a normal diet, so they're getting the recommended intake of potassium. And the thing is, potassium is the kind of thing that's pretty scarce in a lot of foods. So yeah, you don't really need a lot of it. So they're already getting the amount that they need, but then they take vitamins for everything. So then they're taking that potassium supplement, and that alone puts them in a scenario where they have heart complications. They have to go to the ER.
Timmy in chat wants to give you his supplements, John.
Wow. Give them supplement.
Yeah, and
So-
even like vitamin D, I mean, it's one that kind of hard to get. You're usually deficient in, but that's another one that's fat soluble that take too much. It definitely is pretty easy to OD on as well.
I think you're nuts, John.
Yeah.
What happened to raisin?
Who the hell knows?
Oh, you still can't.
Your mic exploded.
And we can hear you now.
Oh, good. I had to actually leave and come back. I signed out of Discord, signed back in, and it didn't make you bring me in. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's working now.
You
Welcome
broke
back. We thought you broke something because there was some weird loud noise when you left.
Oh, I did almost break y'all. I dropped the fucking laptop.
Yeah. There you
That
go.
ain't good.
Bad.
Maybe
Well, that
John's
didn't
got
break.
one in his closet he can give you.
But she needs a new laptop.
Yes, Gene. Yes.
Well, to be fair, like when I get newer laptops when I upgrade it, so I do have a bunch of older laptops in my my closet, which it is kind of like e-waste. It's like what do
Oh,
you do?
but well, it's in your closet though. That means it's not recoverable. It's gone forever.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Find it.
like with stuff like that, it's like you don't get any money for it if you sell it. So that's one of the things with like electronics. When you throw it out, it's really bad for the environment, e-waste. So I don't know. I with a lot of the electronics I have, I probably should find like there are places that will recycle used electronics.
Mm.
But that is a thing that you do see a lot. People upgrade their PCs, their electronics, and they have all these older, outdated tech.
I think it makes sense to at least hold on to like your last one or two laptops just as
Yeah.
spares or something, just in case.
Yeah, Jonathan.
But if you have more than that, then find a recycling center. Yeah.
I have like, I think I have 4 there.
Yeah, you might as well take the oldest two and recycle them.
Yeah. But that is something I have on my to-do list. I am gonna. I've been pushing off forever, but I am eventually planning on getting around to like collecting all my old electronics and taking them to get recycled. And actually, one thing I've been looking into is some of them actually have a decent amount of like gold in the circuitry. So I'm thinking I'm gonna look into this like distillation process because there's ways to actually extract the gold and some of the materials, and that's probably what they'll do when you take them to the recycling center. So I am wondering, like, maybe I'll try to do that on my
For
own.
what?
That I just mentioned.
Just as an
gold.
experiment?
No,
You just
gold.
went over how you're too busy to go through your closet for an $85 thing, and you're gonna take apart the things before you recycle them and get the tiny bit of gold out of them.
Probably for less than $80 worth of gold.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it might be interesting.
Well, that's
just
why
for-
that's why I asked, is it like an experiment or something? Because I don't think monetarily it makes sense. At least not for
Okay,
you.
When I said that I would buy
And
something
what you were
again,
talking
I wasn't
about.
talking about stuff that's like $80. I'm talking about things that are like $6, $7, like $8, $10. I mentioned like movies and games, so it's like I know I have that.
Games are usually
Game.
more than $6.
Well, they're older games.
Yeah, Crandar, what the fuck you talking
Yeah,
about?
stupid.
That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
cool guy.
You have these older games that like because there's a lot of them. You have a stack of cases and they're in the box, like in the back. So I'll just get that old game that I want to play, like Peter Jackson's King Kong for the PS2,
Oh, yeah.
for like $7.
What about you,
Well, now you
crack pipe?
tell us this.
What about you, methamphetamine pop, John? Do you replace that every so often?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your meth
You have to
pipe.
because it'll expire on you. You can't smoke it anymore. It's that
I don't know
old.
what you're referring to.
I'm
I don't
Gene.
have that problem.
Referring to it, I didn't refer to it. I out now said it. Your meth pipe. I didn't make a fucking reference to it. I said meth pipe.
I don't have
Cancelled.
My God, John. I'm reporting.
Let's all report him.
You want to be reported, John?
I don't know. You want to be a snitch? That will ruin your YouTube career.
I do want to be a snitch, John.
You'll
That's
go down as a narc.
I'm already a
You'll
narc,
ruin your
John.
reputation.
Narcs are cool.
My reputation
That's
has
what
been ruined.
That's one of the things like I love doing. Like when I was in school and kids would get upset and they'd go and tell, like, just go around, call them a snitch, and there you go.
You was a snitch, wasn't you, John?
No, when other kids would snitch, I would go around and accuse them of snitching, and it usually was a good way to get back at the kids that snitched at you.
You know what you are when you snitch on the snitches.
A snitcher?
Mm-hmm.
Snitches get
You're no better than them.
That's right, John Morgan.
Well,
You're no better than the original snitch because you snitched on the snitch that originally snitched.
To be fair, I did deal with that a lot when I was like in school. Kids would like get all upset and they would go to the guidance. They'd go to the office and I'd get called in. Like I'd get in some dispute with them at lunch, and then like 2-3 periods later, I get called into the office, and there's some like administrative staff or guidance counselor because they got all butthurt, and it's just like.
So I'm hearing you've always been a bully?
Yeah.
Why are you such a bully, John?
Well, I don't know if you call it bullying because they're the ones that.
To go to guidance because you were picking on them.
You're a bully, Gene.
Well, now you.
On them for telling that you were picking on them.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Stop bullying the bullies, you bully.
Yeah, well, Shab will tell you, like, the same kind of shit has happened, like, in his community, where people come on the stream, and they act all tough, like, yeah, I'm gonna, John Morgan's a geek, a nerd, and then I end up, like, roasting them, and make them look like a dumbass, and then they turn around, and it's like, John Morgan's the worst person ever, and they start playing the victim. That's what they do. They start shit with me, and then they look like a dumbass because they end up, like, just... like, I end up making them look stupid, and then they're the victim.
So mean.
Yeah.
Maybe they are the victim, John.
You're a bully, Gene. You're good.
Maybe you don't. Maybe you just don't realize how big a bully you really are.
Yeah. Gene the bully.
I don't know, like...
Are you mad because you don't look like that one guy on TikTok I showed you? You can work towards it, Gene. Some tattoos, a little bit of working out, you know?
Yeah.
No, but there's this one kid, like, I was on, like, the school bus, and, I was talking to this other kid, and he's like, yeah, well, you're, like, he was talking shit about being a geek and stuff like that, and I'm like, I started making fun of him for being, like, really fat. And I'm like, his name is Chris. I'm like, hey, Chris, you're fat. He's like, you know what, you're a piece of shit. It's like, and you're fat. And I just kept doing that and trolling him. He's like, you know what, like everyone thinks you're dude. I'm like, yeah, and you're fat. And then all the freshman kids started to join in and do it to him. And I just started, like, trolling him with all the other kids and making fun of him for being fat. And then the next day, his parents called the school, and I got called in, and he was so like offended and triggered that he didn't want to ride the bus the next day.
No.
You realize you literally are bragging about bullying a kid?
The kid started shit with me. It's not bullying if they're the ones trying to like fuck with you and stuff. And a lot of these kids are even older than me, which is kind of big because I did like skip a grade. So a lot of times the kids in the same grade as me were usually a year or two older. And then they'd still cry and go to the guidance counselor's office. So it's like,
God, you're a bully.
Sound like a little bastard to me, John.
You're bad, Gene.
You're a bad kid.
Another annoying thing is I would actually have adults like if they saw me having confrontation with another kid, they'd be like, God, you're like messing with kids who are younger than you, and it's like they're older than me. So I always dealt with adults like overestimating my age for some reason.
Maybe you shouldn't have looked 40 when you were in the 9th grade, huh?
Oh, Gene.
Maybe you shouldn't have been 40 when you were in the 9th grade.
I was this big when I was a freshman, so I was fully grown my freshman year.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
You're just big of an asshole as a freshman.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yes, that's what it sounds like, John. Sounds like you bully people your whole life, and then you turn it on them like, oh, they did me so wrong.
It's not like like you have the kind of bullies where they'll like, I guess, like harass the kids. They like follow them around and don't leave them alone. With me, it was like, hey, like if you just go the fuck away and mind your own business, like
then I won't bully you.
Well, yeah, I had that attitude. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you.
Have you ever read The Chocolate War?
No.
Alright, well, there's a part in that book where the bully has a bunch of kids, or where there's a bunch of kids that get called in to bully one of the older kids to make it extra humiliating, and it sounds like you did that to the poor kid on the bus. You said you recruited all the little kids to laugh at him for being fat.
Well, they were sitting in the general area, and they just started like laughing and joining in.
You taught all
Look, he didn't recruit them. They just joined in on their own, and he's really happy about it.
Well, after they joined in on their own, I kind of like
Grooming bullies.
Yeah, I don't believe you felt bad at all.
I didn't.
I believe you were quite satisfied with your
I was
accomplishment.
satisfied, and like that was the thing. Like if I was at the lunch table and some kid decided to be like all edgy and stuff and start shit with me, I like same thing. I'd bully them, make fun of them for being a dumb fuck and how they're gonna grow up and they're gonna be like bagging my groceries and shit like that. And if I knew something about
too, okay. No, we're going
to
you're like body shaming kids.
I was a teenager. Who isn't classist and fatophobic and everything when they're a teenager? But
me.
Yeah, my thing is, if they wanted to sit at the lunch table, they mind their P's and Q's, and if they don't start shit, whatever. I
at your table, they have to go by your rules. What? Yeah, that sounds like a bully.
God, he's a bully.
That's
He's the cafeteria dictator.
if I'm at the particular lunch table that they're sitting at, and they have a problem with me, they can sit elsewhere. And if they want to sit at the same table as me and be within the general like area, then they need to keep their mouth shut. If they don't like the conversation,
yeah, you sit at my table, you shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna bully you. You don't speak one word at the fucking Gene table. Right,
you
Gene?
Keep quiet or I'll call you fat.
I'll make fun of you. I'll make fun of you for being fat and poor. What now, bitch?
Parents' financial struggles.
Well, hey, it's what got under their skin.
Yeah, John, bullying kids about their not being poor and fat usually would get under their skin, yeah.
About finding the things they're insecure about,
Yeah, that's
and
what
then once
bullying
you
is,
find those
John.
things, you exploit it.
You are describing a bully, John.
All right, Dr. Lecter, settle
It's
down.
not bullying if they're the ones that start shit with you. And then once they
Listen,
stop,
John didn't start
starting
fights,
shit,
but he ended fights.
yeah, once they stopped like just being confrontational, then I'd stop being negative towards them. So like that's the thing. If I had confrontation with them and the next day they sat at the table and they decided to mind their business and not be an asshole, I'd leave them alone. And if they wanted to have a conversation with me and be positive, then you know what? I'd respect that. That's the thing. Treat others the way you want to be treated. If you're respectful towards me, I'll be respectful towards you. If you're going to be disrespectful towards somebody, I have the right to stand up for myself.
An eye for an eye.
Pimp, like, what if you're on somebody else's stream or on somebody else's chat, and somebody comes in and they start just, like, talking shit to you? You're not going to talk shit back?
Yeah.
He'll talk
there
shit
you
to you
go.
first.
So what if somebody, like, what if somebody
Exactly.
who isn't a pimp fan, what if you're, like, hanging out in somebody else's Discord that you know, and you guys are just chatting, and then somebody else pops in and they see you're there, and they're like, oh, it's Pimp, and they just decide to start, like, talking shit to you, and then you turn around, or you respond by doing the same thing. And then you're better at throwing insults their way, so then they get all butthurt and leave. And it's just like, they're the ones that came in and started shit and were being an asshole. And it's kind of hard to feel sorry for them because they're the ones that, like, no one was starting stuff with them. They're the ones that created the drama.
Yeah. I don't know, John. It sounds like you was bullied. No, I'm joking. I don't know though, John. It sounds kind of rough, man. Picking on things that you really shouldn't pick on. Did you make fun of the black kids too, saying, "Oh, well, you said I was stupid, so I got to make fun of your whole race now."
Hey, Red Eye.
Oh, I stay away from racism.
Oh, why is that, John? Why is it okay to make fun of the honkies, John?
Yeah,
I
what
didn't
the
make
hell,
fun of the
Gene?
They're honkies, that's
So
why.
the Asian kids you were picking on, is that what you're saying, John?
Well, I actually did have a dispute with an Asian kid.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that with you like that, John. The way you are. Yeah.
It had nothing to do with him being Asian. It had to do with his behavior.
Who made you the dictator on whose behavior is bad or good?
I think most people will agree. If you're just talking shit and throwing insults towards somebody, I think most people will agree that that's bad behavior.
Yeah, I know you were doing bad behavior, Gene. We know. We already said that.
And the school counselors just couldn't get through to you.
Yeah, and they still nobody can get through to you still. What's wrong with you, Gene, the
Well, to be
bully?
fair, I never got in trouble for it. And I mean,
It sounds like you got
All those
called to
times
the
I got
office.
called to the office.
well, I would get called to the office, but that's the thing. Like, I was a really decent student, and so a
I got
lot of
away with it with starting trouble because I was smart.
well,
So
a
they
lot of
let
the
you
educators,
brought up the school's GPA.
well, I mean, the educators had a lot of respect for me. So usually when I'd get called in,
Smart
play
privilege.
innocent.
well, and a lot of the kids that started shit were not the best.
Nerd
students.
privilege.
So then when they were talking about it, I'd
There's
be
slimy
like,
privilege to fuck with them, and then use the fact that the teachers thought you were a goody two shoes, and made the poor bully kids look bad. Were you trying to bully?
yeah.
You made the poor kids who were trying to seem big. They probably had small lives at home, and just like everybody else, and they were just trying to claim their space. And instead of saying, "Hey, bro, we don't have to be mean to each other. We can be cool because our parents aren't here," you said, "Fuck you, you're fat." And they said, "Why?" You said, "You're fat." That's so mean.
Well, Well, I don't
Worst
think
thing is, he was actually skinny, and he gave him anorexia.
I don't know. I think they were a bunch of spoiled, affluent, like Eric Hartman kids. I don't think they really had
Stop
built
making
a
fun
lot
of anorexic people,
adversity
Gene.
at home.
It's not cool.
Yeah, I think you need to work on your anger.
Yeah. He was sitting at the lunch table, and the anorexic kid sits across from him. Hey, Gene, you shut the fuck up, okay? You poor ass bitch. My IQ's way higher than you. Fucking anorexic pussy.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't
Bag
mention
my
IQ
groceries,
because
bag.
you know enough that that's cringe. It makes you look like a socially awkward dumb fuck.
See, here's the thing. That kid wasn't anorexic until after he yelled at him.
I think what John did was pick up the anorexic kids and hit the fat kids with them. I think it's what he did,
Yeah, but if you did that, then the anorexic kid would like snap in two.
Well, you don't care.
He didn't care, John.
Yeah,
No,
but
how
then
would
the broken shards of bone do more damage.
So
Yeah.
here's the big question I have. Have any of the fat bastards ever bagged your groceries for real?
Well, not groceries, but one did work at a Subway, and he
Did
still
you trust
does.
him?
I still.
Excuse me, that man is an artist. They're sandwich artists. Thank
Yeah, they are.
you very much. Even though they don't design the sandwiches in any way.
Hey, that one kid works at Subway, right, Pimp? And he's no, the one that's like next.
Yeah.
Before you
He
know
works
it, I'll be holding
Well,
you
to be
open doors.
fair, like I was
That's
right about
not real.
all of those kids when I like told them how they were going to be when they grew up. I was right. They're all a bunch of losers. So, I mean,
John, what makes
I
a
wasn't-
loser in your opinion? Or because they didn't.
They grew up
Because
to be losers because you destroyed their self-esteem.
I mean, so you're saying anybody who works at Subway is a loser? Is what you're saying, John?
well, I mean, I know that their parents pay for them to go to community college, and they failed out of community college.
Oh,
So
that's right.
So all people who fail college, John, are losers.
Well, if you're the kind of person who's kind of like a pompous little brat, and you can't get through some introductory little.
They've been successful. I mean, Bill Gates is not successful at all. He's a fucking loser.
Yeah,
And
what did
fucking-
he ever do?
Jeff Bezos, that goddamn loser, Jeff Bezos.
Well, I mean, they're not just
That guy
losers.
will never amount to nothing.
Don't you think it would have been nicer if you were just their friends and you taught them a better way to be human beings?
I don't think they would be willing to respond that way.
Did you try?
No, because he's
well,
a bully. Because we
actually-
established he's a bully.
Actually, I would. I would be like, hey, like, what's the problem here? Why are we?
Then listen up, that kid. Yeah, that's real. That's real
Well, you
kind of
ask them,
conversation.
like, what's going on, and they complain about things like big words, how I talk about like this overly analytical stuff that no one cares about yet. I'm not even talking to them. I'm talking to other people, and the other person that I'm
You
talking to is
are
engaged in the
overanalytical.
conversation. What's that?
You do realize things, John. I mean, let's face that fact.
Well, I mean, here's the problem. They're not part of the conversation, so they're pissed off that they're within earshot of it. And once again, they want to speak on behalf of others when the other kids I'm talking to are engaged in the conversation. Those kids would usually join in on the bullying because they talk shit. And it's like, once more, if you're an insecure little brat and you can't handle that,
Okay.
like, hey,
I agree. But here's the thing, John. Have you never heard the old saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he
I
also
guess,
hasn't heard the
but-
other saying of, you talk shit, you get hit. The correct response would have been to punch them.
Yeah. That's true,
That's
too.
the American way.
well, if they try to attack me, then that's where the fists fly, I guess.
Did you not peep his game? He needs them to hit him first. Then he can beat the shit out of him and say they hit him first.
Yeah.
Yeah, they attacked me.
And tell
He's
the
gonna play the
teachers that
victim.
they attacked him and then they get suspended.
I mean, that's how I play Civilization.
That's
I never declare war on anybody. They declare war on me, though. I destroy them.
Nobody plays that game.
That poor kid
Tropico
died from
is
his
where it's at.
anorexia because he was excited about little children laughing at him because he was fat
Well,
on the
like that
bus.
kid
Civilization
on the
is better
bus
than
I
Minecraft.
told you about. Like, once again, I was talking to another kid at the back of the bus, and like we were both
Why
mutually
did they even
engaged
let
in
you
the
on the back of the bus?
discussion.
I thought only the cool kids were allowed on the back of the bus.
What's that?
That's why they were mad, because you're talking that nerdy shit in the back of the bus. That was for the front of the bus.
The back of the bus is for the cool kids.
Yeah, Jane.
Yeah, you're
Learn your
supposed to go sit up
place.
with the bus driver, Gene.
Learn your damn place, Jane.
Okay.
You should have been sitting in the seat
the
next
front
to
of the
mine while
bus.
I was ignoring everybody reading my book.
You should.
I
You
don't
should have
think
been.
that kid was really that popular.
You should have been sitting on the bus driver's lap.
Ooh.
That
Depending on the bus
hot.
driver, they might have liked that.
Wish he's sitting on my lap, John.
No, but you mentioned kill them with kindness. Like, usually
Can
if a
that be the
kid
next
was...
porn? Can it be
No, but
John Morgan
usually-
right on the bus driver's lap?
No, but I'm saying usually, like, I would...
Can we play John? I'll be the bus driver. Sitting on my lap.
The wheels on the bus go round and round is going to have a new twist on it, baby.
Oh, to be fair, like, most of the bus drivers I had, they did look like mutants and stuff. They weren't the most...
That changed his name.
But now you're making fun of people's looks. John, you're such a bully.
What?
He's mad at himself.
He's
Well, it
such
makes
a,
me feel better about
he's
myself.
such a jerk.
What? Well, it's good medicine. You should
You
try it.
would not be successful on TikTok at all. You would get kicked off within like an hour.
I mean, that's one of the things I decided, you know what, I'm not going to stream on Twitch today, because I know the first stream would be the last.
Why? What are you doing, John?
Well, I just figure, like, the kind of humor I engage in right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah, the bullying.
Twitch would be a bit sensitive about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, they don't like your bullying, Gene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The safety
and,
council will hear about this.
You might
You're gonna
want to
make
start
your girl
engaging
angry.
in humor, too. When have you done that?
Roasted.
Yeah, I'm not funny because...
Because you're not funny.
That's an
No,
assertion.
you're not funny because you're not funny. That's what
an
it is.
assertion, Tim.
It's a fucking fact. I inserted a fact.
It's a fact because you say it's a fact.
Oh, damn, where did it get
Says
inserted?
you.
Oh, damn.
I think I figured
In
out
his
why my
left
stream
nostril.
tablet's
The lobe.
happening.
Well, guess what? It's a fact that you're wrong because I say so.
Call me fat, John. Pick on my fatness, John. Said I insulted you, John. You big fucking bully.
You're so fat that you're in poor health.
Got him.
Gene's a
Yeah.
bad person.
You got me, John.
Gene's a bully.
You're quite hilarious, John.
Yeah, I know. I'm a lot funnier than that chat guy.
Yeah,
Why are you always picking on Chad, though?
what the hell?
I'm
What's
the-
up with
I was the one talking shit. Shavisky was just being quiet. And you started talking shit about Shavisky.
what the hell? Is Pam too much for you? Can't handle him?
I don't know. It makes me feel better about myself.
I am too much for him. He cannot handle it. I am lethal. I'm like a kung fu motherfucker.
Whoa.
Well, to be fair, like a lot of those like karate kung fu kids, they were kind of a bunch of dorks.
Huh?
Well, we were talking about
Say
like
that now from behind your computer.
bullying. No, I mean people who genuinely are into like martial arts and stuff. I understand they would kick my ass, but you had a lot of kids that were like in those like karate clubs and camps where I don't think they were really good at karate.
Yeah, fuck them
And-
and their sense of belonging.
Well, it's kind of like a while back we looked at those like neckbeard videos, like where they have their swords and their knife collections, and it's like they're all into like it's like Jared Genesis, where like Jared Genesis was doing those like martial arts moves and stuff. There are a lot of like dorky kids like that. Where
So, are you saying that neckbeards with knife collections are losers, John? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying those kids who clearly aren't in good shape that claim
Guess,
that they're good at
guess
martial
what's
arts.
the long
Oh, you're talking
beard
about
Guess what's
Jared
the
Genesis.
collection, John?
Yeah.
Pimp has a knife collection, John.
Well, I don't think you're a neckbeard.
He has a beard on his neck.
We're talking about a particular like demographic of people.
It's funny how the term neckbeard has nothing to do with
beard
growing a
doesn't
beard out
necessarily-
of your neck.
Yeah.
I'm Gene.
You're playing semantics, Pimp.
No, I am the what? Yeah, I'm a neckbeard, John. I got hair on my neck. That's what a neckbeard is.
What is semantics? I've
That's
never heard of that video game.
equivocation. That's you're using
It's
a
pretty
different
boring.
definition.
Don't bother with it.
Ah, okay. How much is it? Gene, how
Your
much?
soul.
How much does the game semantics cost?
It's
I told you,
free.
your soul.
It's free. Well, yeah. I don't-
$0,
No
but
one
also
needs
your
that.
soul.
No one needs those.
I mean, there are websites like edX. You can take free online classes in linguistics and stuff, and they'll teach you about semantics. Or you can go to like Rational Wiki, and like they'll talk more about like the rhetoric side of like semantics.
Whiskey, Kool-Aid, Foxcock. Yeah, that's red eye, by the way. Whiskey, Tanqueray, Fox.
That explains why he got so quickly modded then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember him saying he was going to do that project.
I figured it was either somebody we already knew or he made a donation to Shabisky.
I was like, Red's new channel. I'm using the bring up channel feature. I stopped.
More
I should bring it
based
back
on
up.
the title, what it's gonna. He has
It's
in
going to be about
store.
whiskey.
It's gonna be like a kind of a whiskey tasting, wine tasting kind of channel.
No.
Not an alcohol review channel.
I mean,
I know that you book nerds don't know a lot about the military.
What does Whiskey Tango Foxtrot look like as an acronym, John?
WTF.
I dropped the link
There you go.
in chat for anybody who wants to go sub.
Yeah. Do that.
Maybe
Sub
I should.
Do that. I think you all should.
He has 1 subscriber. Well, now you got 2, buddy.
There you go.
That's me and you.
Hey.
I just subscribed.
High five, Raisin. You and me.
You gotta earn mine.
We're in there.
Some bitch gotta earn mine. He ain't earned
Anyway,
shit.
Raisin Girl, why didn't you show up to my stream earlier?
'Cause you don't like
Because because my father has Monday night phone calls, so I cannot ask him to. Because I didn't have a babysitter.
You were babysitting?
Yeah,
own
my
kids.
child.
Why do you gotta like take care of your kid?
The whole procreation thing. I know it's such a bother for y'all streamers. I'm a terrible
I
human
mean,
being.
you'd rather like
You are.
deal with caring for a kid than like coming on a stream.
Well, he's in bed now.
No.
You're weird, John. Now you're bullying a mama for taking care of her kid.
Yeah, what the hell?
Being
See?
facetious.
That's always the last bastion of a bully.
Not a good person, John. Not a good person at all.
I'm just joking.
Bad.
I know people tell me that all the time. Yeah, Low
Well, then-
Energy told me earlier that he's had like 6 different guests that he tried to get on the show, and they claimed that like, oh God, I'm not coming on if John Morgan's there.
Well,
wondering who those people are.
Me, for one. Uh,
I don't remember who they were, but it did happen. Can confirm.
Were
being
they
a
talking?
danger.
Were they talking about me harassing people? Because I wonder where they got that from.
I'm just saying, like, I'm starting to wonder if my bad luck run is something to do with I'm in the way of people that I thought were bullying you, and apparently that might have just been karma trying to serve you your fucking comeuppance, bitch. Like,
Damn,
I need
Gene.
to not stand in the way of karma.
Exactly.
You don't let her talk about you like that, Gene?
Gene's a bad person.
Well, like I said, I didn't bully those kids. They were the ones starting shit.
I don't believe you. I believe you
Well,
bullied them.
that's just confirmation bias.
I believe you. I believe
It's
you bullied
baseless
them little
discount.
fat fucks, John. Is what I believe.
Knowledge is a justified true belief, pimp. So if you were not there to analyze and assess the information, you don't know. You do not have the analysis and the assessment to justify you
Justify
believing
whatever the
that
fuck I
the
want to
conclusion you
justify,
came to is
John.
true.
I will
It could
stab you in the ear.
be true or false. It could be either or. You don't know which possibility is the case, so you're just appealing to possibility.
Well,
You're a bully, Gene.
by the way, we're not doing the full 2 hours tonight. I forgot to say that earlier. We're only going an hour and a half
We're-
tonight.
We're only going half an hour, and we're already late.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that half-bred ninja dude? Isn't he?
That's a woman.
She.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I was thinking that the dark
Misgendering,
ninja.
you bully. No.
Well, no, I
No
thought they
relation.
were like another.
No relation.
Why
You think
you
every
picking on people?
you think every ninja's the same?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's ninjist.
Are you saying all ninjas look alike?
Well, I kind of do.
Oh my goodness.
You're a jerk, Gene.
Look at him spreading his
So
ninjism
wrong.
all over
Oh,
everybody's faces.
Oh,
All people in
jeez.
ski masks look the same.
John,
Damn.
Well, that's the truth.
a ski mask doesn't change people's skin tones, John.
Well, you don't see what their skin tone is.
What are they wearing, a body ski mask, John?
Well, I don't know. Usually, when people are wearing a ski mask, they also wear gloves to, like, conceal their fingerprints.
I mean, how else are you going to get away with killing your wife and writing a book about how you would have done it?
Yeah. Or, like, robbing a bank and stuff. Yeah, people who wear ski masks, they usually have the same, like, overall attire and stuff. Also tend to dress the same as well.
How you know what kind of tires they have on their vehicle, John?
He
He's
taught them.
driving.
He's baby driver.
Why are you being a tire judge? Why are you judging people's tires, John?
I'm getting tired of
I don't
this.
know. Well, sometimes when you're dealing with
Shit, a bird got in
certain
here.
people, you want to like pop their tires to get back at them. So you need to know which tires are easier to puncture.
That looks super comfy, Raisin.
It is. It's freaking cold. I don't know how you live up there.
I'm about to go turn my heater down. I'm getting too warm in here.
Mm-mm. Fuzzy jammies.
I got fuzzy underwear on.
Yeah, are they soft?
I mean, did you put your kid to sleep with that outfit?
No, I had a polka dot one on then.
I'm just gonna say, I think you're being like a bad influence.
Polka dot was.
for your
Were you
kid.
wearing the new Minnie Mouse pantsuit?
No, it's onesie pajamas, just without a hood. It's warmer with the hood.
That's basically
while I
what
was
she's
going
going to
around-
do.
Yeah, you're encouraging your
Probably,
kid
yeah.
to
Well, they're
wear
kind of
those.
purple, so maybe Daisy Duck.
No, you're encouraging your kid to wear those kind of pajamas, and then he's going to go to his first sleepover when he's like 5 or 6 wearing those kind of pajamas, and he's going to get picked
And then he's going to
on.
be a furry.
You're you're just setting him up to get bullied when he wears the same kind of pajamas.
Now you're
Maybe
shaming her
that's it.
PJs. Gene. What is up with that?
Yeah,
You're a bad
PJ
person,
shaming.
Gene.
Oh, my kid. They can wear whatever the fuck they want. They can wear it to school if they want. I don't care. If it's in the dress code. Do it.
Oh, well,
There.
it's in the dress code now. School I went to wouldn't tolerate that. We're not allowed to wear hats at the school I went to. Why the fuck do they care?
They carry cell phones at school now.
They do.
It's crazy. It's the Wild West. Kids rule the world.
To be fair, I don't care. Like, I do think they, like, when I went to school, they had a lot of really stupid policies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nerdy kids bully the fat kids.
Yeah, Gene.
Me?
You jerk. Jerk,
He's a
Gene.
bully.
But
Big jerk.
Jerk Gene.
to be fair, like, weren't pretty much all fat kids bullied in school. I mean,
Yes,
Well,
it was
it's okay to
okay
bully
that
them because everybody else was already
Yeah,
bullying
yeah,
them, so it's fine.
that's what I was about to say.
well, they're already used to it. So I mean,
Oh
he
my
was
God.
like a junior in high school, so shouldn't he be used to it by now? I mean, he already went throughout all of elementary school, middle school, and most of high school. He made
I
fun
don't
of
know.
for being
Half
a
the
fat
kids I got
kid.
bullied
So
by were fat kids, so I wouldn't exactly say they were used to getting bullied. I don't know. Pimp, how much did you get bullied in school?
In
What's your
elementary, when I was a little kid, I got bullied. When I hit junior high and up, but nobody fucked with me.
I'd say I didn't really have any bullies the same age. I had a lot of adult bullies, kind of.
And when I was in elementary, I was bullied really bad.
Mm.
But then about fifth grade, I realized I could hit people hard.
I don't like to hit people.
I did for a long time in my life. I also realized I was usually like better at insults than they were too, because I was wittier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's the thing, like the adult bullies I talked about, it's like it's kind of funny how like they would kind of like talk shit or whatever and belittle me when I was like in elementary school and middle school, but it's like once I got in my teens, I was sufficient enough to really just kind of talk shit to them and make fun of them as well, and then they're the biggest cowards because once you start treating them like shit and you just denounce their adult status, you don't care about it. They sit there and stare at their feet, and they're like, "Can't you just let it go? Come on." It's like, dude,
Oh, yeah.
fuck you. You're an adult. You should have known better.
Found the misconception of bullies, though, like in Hollywood, like the bullies in school were always the fat kid was the bully, and in real life, the fat kid was the one that always got bullied.
Yeah, I
See?
agree. Like, I think in like
By a lot of fat kids.
well, I do think in the overwhelming
But they
majority
weren't
of
nerds.
cases,
They were cool.
no, I think in the overwhelming majority of cases, they were usually kids who were bullied. But you do have kids who are just really big, and I think that like that's probably what they're trying to allude to is like the kids that are a lot bigger than all the other kids. But they usually depict it as like a really large kid who's also really fat as well.
I don't know. All the movie stuff I remember, it was always the jocks that were bullies, not necessarily the fat
Yeah.
kids. Fat kids got like the
What
chunk
about fat
roll. They
jocks?
accept the shuffle.
I remember in like a lot of
A bee?
like
They were always
sitcoms
cool.
and stuff, they would usually have bullies that way. And movies was usually the jocks wearing like the sports jackets and everything. A lot of sitcoms, I like. It's what like PIMPMUNK's talking about.
Yep. I'm never wrong about anything, Raisin, so shut the fuck up.
That's an
You
assertion.
tell her.
No, it's the truth. Do you know where you are, Gene?
I'm on planet Earth.
Are you, John?
Are you, Gene?
Do you know that for sure? Do you know that for sure?
Are you sure you're sure?
How do we know it's not living in a dream or a virtual reality simulation? How do we know that
You're
Earth
a
isn't?
brain in a jar on planet Xenon.
Well, That's an
Yeah.
appeal to possibility.
A
It's
what?
just-
Lying to you. We really live on Mars, and we're
An
we're
appeal
talking
to
about Earth, so we're
possibility.
transferring there
Oh.
without you knowing it.
So,
I didn't catch the actual words you
Oh.
said. Okay.
You don't have to
Yeah,
explain it, Jane.
Well, I mean, like in epistemology,
Famous.
you have an infinite amount of possibilities. Not all possibilities are equally as plausible. So there's plausibility
You're not
versus possibility. So in certain scenarios, it's like you analyze and assess the scenario. You take all the variables, all the possibilities into consideration, and it's the ones that are most plausible that you should support. So you'll see that where it's like, hey, scientists could be wrong. Therefore, let's assume that they're wrong whenever they tell us stuff we don't like.
Yeah.
No, they're not wrong.
Sounds
They're
like
lying
that's
to you. It's a
the-
giant conspiracy.
That sounds like the Christian way to do it.
Yeah.
Episcopalian.
Yeah, God could exist, therefore we should support it.
I am God, John.
But like I mentioned, like possibility versus plausibility, another thing that comes from that is like affirming the consequent. X could be the reason for Y.
God, you
Therefore
talk
it
a lot.
is. Well, what about the other potential
You talk-
causes for Y? What
You
if A
talk
causes
so much tonight. You're insight.
Okay, here you go. Let's.
This has been the Arguing with Gene episode.
It's just constant talking from
Listen, we're not on a show about
Arguing-
talking right now.
Arguing with people's fun.
I'm Gene.
We are on a
Gene.
show about people talking. People, not just John.
Hey, you guys can contribute. Like it seems like you guys aren't really attempting
Thanks
much.
for permission, John. For me to contribute to my goddamn show,
You don't
John.
have to ask permission. You're not really like I'm just. The first time you said anything, you can interject whenever you please. I'm not preventing you from interjecting.
Gene.
Look at his face.
So let me explain epistemology. Okay. So,
Well, here's
Gene,
the thing.
when does the
I need
funny
more
part
liquid.
come? You said you had humor earlier, Gene. God damn it.
Well, once I started explaining it, if he didn't want me to, he could have been like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about this." And it's like, okay, you didn't have to allow me to continue rambling. That's his fault for.
Gene, you're raping
allowing
our ears and minds.
Who wants to donate so that low energy can replace John Morgan?
Well, I'm ready to donations up because I do need them. It's got $100 go. If we can make that $100 go, I'd be quite excited. So please help me make the goal if you can. I definitely need it for many reasons. Yeah, that's
Mickey
it.
Richards. Just because this is a topic that doesn't interest you doesn't mean other people aren't interested in it.
Don't
you're
you
doing
know
is
this is
just-
his lunch table tonight? You go sit somewhere else if you don't like it.
Well, that's like the false consensus effect. He's assuming that because he's not interested, that no one else is.
Type
Yeah.
1 in the chat if you're interested, and type 2 in the chat if you are not.
Well, I'm saying, like, if I was sitting at a lunch table and another kid was talking about epistemology, I'd be, like, really ecstatic. I would be interested, and I really want to engage in the conversation.
Yeah, because it's your conversation, John. If you're not interested in the conversation that you're having, something's wrong with you.
We're seeing 2s. More 2s.
But we love you, John. Don't get mad at us.
What's fuck, Gene?
Yeah, fuck you.
Well, Half-Bred Ninja, like,
Fuck
my
it. Who can
delirious
make
due
a
to the
poll?
fact that
Somebody make a poll.
no one else was really participating or engaging in the discussion.
Oh, we're engaging in this discussion. Look at all these twos.
It's not my dry delivery. It's other people's like piss poor participation.
Trying to let you make your point, John, but it seemed like it was never being made.
You're grounded, Jane. And pounded. Or in the
No,
butt.
I was trying to let you get you. I don't mind you talking sometimes, John. It's just when it gets to the point where I want it to change, I'll do what I just did.
Yeah, you interject, and it's your show. You have the right to interject.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you.
It's very generous of you.
You're so nice, Gene.
It's very kind of you. I have no energy.
Such a sweetie pie he is.
That's the reason I'm not cussing you out really right now,
boy.
though.
That's not true either.
What do you want to talk about, PIMPMUNK?
Do nothing. No, that's not that. I agree with Raisin. That's not true.
Okay.
No, I agree with
I
Raisin.
disagree with Poland. So I mean, it's not. He said nothing you say is interesting. That's not true. You do say interesting things.
You do.
Once in a while.
It's
Except for when he's
not.
talking about pissology.
Or sponge cum.
Sponge.
Yeah, he likes to talk about sponge cum sometimes.
You never know when you want to know how sponges reproduce.
Bowden's just a hater, though. You can't pay no attention to Bowden.
It's
Bowden's
so
a
negative.
He shows love.
well, even as ugly as
Well, it's not
Bowden.
good social skills, Bolin, to be as mean and negative as you are.
He isn't very socially skilled.
Ron, why are you talking about sponge cockes?
That's his fetish.
Fetish.
Well, we were watching Gremlins, and he was wondering how.
I've been mispronouncing that word all my life.
Yeah.
So somehow
Thank,
he wanted
thank
to
you,
know
Shab.
how Gremlins reproduced, and that led to sponge cum.
No. It's like they
I
would
thought
like.
gremlins reproduce by getting in water.
Well, the gremlins would reproduce through like budding or whatever. They get wet, and like pretty much the offspring like butts off of the original gremlin. So I know that like sponges kind of reproduce in a similar manner. I was wondering like what other animals may reproduce that way, and so I just started Googling it. And when I started reading about it, like how do sponges reproduce, one of the things I thought was really interesting was that they don't just reproduce through budding; they also do have like sexual intercourse as well.
Well,
Sponges
God, dude.
Fuck.
It's fucking hot, dude.
So while we're all enjoying Gremlins, this is what he's doing.
What's it?
He's enjoying some sponge porn.
Yeah.
No, but then one of the other
But he told us
interesting
all about
things
it after
is
the movie.
that
I knew SpongeBob got freaky.
well, the thing is they have semen, and the sponge semen they can fertilize other sponges, but they can actually fertilize themselves. So they can reproduce budding without using like semen at all. So that's one way they can reproduce. But then they can reproduce by fertilizing themselves, self-fertilization, and then they could reproduce by fertilizing other sponges. That's interesting. They have 3 different ways of reproduction.
Red is
You don't
coming
think
for-
that's fascinating and intriguing?
Here comes the red eye lasers.
Not really. Oh my goodness.
And there's the band hammer.
Oh shit! I thought he was. Wait.
What happened?
Foehead Bullen just got
Oh.
the van hammer.
Wait,
All
what?
right. I thought he was coming for Gene. He went for Bolin.
Test completed. Well, he can't kick Gene out of the call. He's not in here.
I had to hit
Talking about him at first too, though.
I had to hit a part of a joint, and I'm coughing.
Whoa.
You
Yeah.
hid?
I didn't want y'all to see all the snot bubbles coming out of the case if it happened.
Do it again.
Uh-uh.
Do it again.
Nope.
Somebody
Right.
tip to make him do it again.
No, I can't do too much. I only do a little bit at a time to keep my legs from hurting until I get my medications tomorrow. That's basic because I can't do like you. I mean, I haven't smoked in years. That really smokes. So a little bit gets me. But
And
so
what, are you smoking some weed?
yeah, a little bit just keep my legs from hurting. A friend of mine brought me a couple joints by last night.
You know what? They have like that,
Like
what is
little bitty
that?
skinny fucking pinroll joints or what?
They have that like cannabis cream, like you can like rub it on your skin, gets you high.
They do have it. They do have that, yeah.
I wonder like
That
people
sounds
have
useful.
yeah things like gout or bone spurs, like those kind of conditions. Like, what if you rub the like cannabis cream on that? I wonder what that would be like.
They have, well, yeah, there's like
Might help.
CBD with THC that you can put, and it has like camphor and nice feely stuff. It's actually
I just
really
can't believe
useful.
Shabisky didn't drop by when I had edibles for the first time on stream.
You can buy that shit at Hand and
Well,
Stone.
maybe if you would have
Gene.
gave me some, you twig.
I tried to, but I couldn't. The hole in the
Right.
modem wasn't big enough to upload it, though.
We ain't got but 23 minutes because we are ending early now. So please, 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 if you can, please tip. It is much, much needed. It gets me through to Wednesday. And that's what I'm trying to get through to. Is to Wednesday because I get some money Wednesday.
I wish we had somebody on this stream who had a lot of disposable income that could help you out.
Yeah, somebody who could just fucking just buy a goddamn closet full of shit.
And forget about it.
Forget
Set it on the
about
shelf
it.
and forget
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Hey.
One thing that happened the other day is like on Twitch, like I was like donating these like what are they, the bits?
The bits, yeah, the
Well,
Twitch bits, yeah.
Kids are calling them
And
bits these
it
days.
wouldn't go through and stuff, and I looked it up, and my card was flagged for suspicious activity.
Right.
Ooh, you're suspicious.
So for some reason, that Twitch purchase triggered that.
Yeah, it probably has to do with the location of
Yeah.
their business or whatever. It probably is based out of a whole different country, so your bank is looking at that like it could be fraudulent. That's just your bank doing its job.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get a new card.
Get a new card.
You have to get a new card.
You just call your bank.
Yeah, you call your bank and you tell them that you're doing that, and to allow
Confirm
it.
your charges.
Yeah, and they'll put it through.
Yeah, you ain't gotta get a new card.
I've called. What's that?
You shouldn't have to get a new card.
Unless you canceled it
Yeah,
because
and
of
if you
that.
set it up right, like my shit texts me and asks me like, "Yo, is this charge yours?" If I don't answer within a certain amount of time, they'll lock my card out. But
Oh, this
Yeah.
happened before, and when I called them, they told me I had to come into the bank to get a new card.
a credit
so
union,
I figure it's
so-
the same thing.
Most-
Maybe this is
Well,
how
then
his
credit
bank
unions
works.
in
I don't
this
know.
day.
And
Get a
what's that?
credit union.
I have a credit and debit.
No, go to a credit union.
I guess.
Better service. I mean, if they're telling you that's bullshit. You shouldn't have to get a new card over that, unless you're saying like, unless they like shut down the card. Like, they shouldn't do that though, unless you report. Like, you should have to call and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should call you if they're worried too. If they think something's up, they'll call you.
Yeah.
And stuff. So it seems
Well, I
like
mean,
I've had that happen before.
I did get emails and texts when it happened.
Yeah.
Did you respond to them?
No, so that's probably why they.
you're
Well-
a bad person, Jim.
What happened at night? So I think that that's probably why they canceled it. Probably because since it was a late night stream and I went to bed shortly after, I'm guessing because several hours went by since I got the notification, there was no response. They just I guess canceled the card.
You sure they canceled or just put a hold on it? Because they usually
I don't know. I'll
Banks
just,
will go outright cancel.
we got
I've heard of
one
it happening.
Yeah, if it's fraud, if it's considered fraud, they definitely will. Anyways, I need to see some tips though. Somebody. I got my. I went live today on TikTok, and I got. Somebody gave me a wizard hat gift, Sabisky. It's worth a couple bucks.
Ooh,
Yeah, so-
nice.
yeah, there was a little. What it is, it ain't an actual wizard. It's gifts on TikTok, and that's the way you can tip on there. Is you throw those gifts, and there's like really expensive gifts, like a line will pop up on the screen, and the universe. Those are worth some money. So those are like big tips.
Nice.
Yeah, and the money goes directly into your balance, your TikTok balance, and then you can withdraw it whenever you want to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I do deal with a lot with like my bank and like my card stuff is I do deal with a lot of people that do try to like steal money from my account and so forth. They've never gotten away from it, but I do seem to be a target for that quite a bit. So, but the only 2 times that I've had to get a new card, it's usually my purchases and stuff. But it does get flagged a lot where I call back and I don't have to go back. I don't know. There are times where I just call and once I talk to a person, they like I said, they'll put it on hold and then they'll take it off hold because of that. But
Yeah. Well,
That happened to me once. They're like, "You've never bought anything like this before." It's like, "Yeah, it's me though." Oh, okay.
Too many
well, I've
sketchy
had
cards.
people from Indonesia in India who've tried to like get into my accounts and stuff.
When those people send you those emails and stuff, you're not
Well,
supposed to give them your
they don't
credit
send
card
emails,
information.
They're just
Jane?
Now I'm a half-bred ninja. Sketchy
Look-
porn sites.
yeah, but they don't
You're not
emails,
allowed to
they,
send money to your
yeah.
girlfriend in Nigeria. It's a scam.
It's a scam, Gene.
Yeah, well, they're not.
Mr. Bob
The
knows.
Prince from Nigerian scams are usually, I guess, trying to hack into the accounts. So,
No, it's a princess these days. Just ask Trumpster Bob.
Yeah.
But don't talk shit about his Nigerian girlfriend.
Don't talk shit about his Nigerian girlfriend, John.
He doesn't like that.
He doesn't like it, John. I want to see some tips before we go, though. From somebody. Direct tips through PayPal. Do it now. Somebody give me $50 right now, and I will hug John Morgan's penis.
What?
With
Gene,
my
are you
mouth.
excited for this?
I don't think you'd be able to wrap your arms around it. Just the way
I'm gonna mouth hug your penis, John.
you break your jaw.
I'm gonna come to Baltimore, then I'm gonna come in Baltimore, John.
You'd have to extend your
Ben.
jaw so much it would dislocate.
You think so?
He's gonna
John?
go all sea sponge on you.
You got a
Gene's
spongy
done-
dick.
Gene's done science experiments on his dick. He made it like
Exactly.
ultra huge. No, no wonder he only jerks off once a month. It's all he can handle. It's a lot of work.
Yes,
That's
Timmy,
what
you
made me.
can.
That's what made me like asexual. Like I decided that, like I wasn't
Got the
content
secret
with, like,
formula.
regular dick size.
Yeah.
I made some chemical concoction. It worked, but now, yeah.
Yeah, Timmy,
And it
It's
gets-
all
$50
it
sticky
gets-
and everything.
It gets twice as big whenever he gets angry now.
Yes, Timmy, you can tip to remove John for the rest of this show. $50 is the tip.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Timmy
Cry,
seems to like my streams because he's always in the chat in my streams, and then if I don't do a stream, he'll be like, hey, where's the stream? You owe us a stream.
He's trying to make you feel better about yourself, John.
Yeah, Jane. It's obvious. God, Jane.
I don't know. I think he's a closeted John Morgan fan.
Wow.
That's the worst thing.
When the boys pull your hair, that means they like you.
Yeah.
John.
John used to pull a lot of girls' hair in school.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in like preschool.
You used to pull preschoolers' hair when you were in high school? John, that's fucking weird.
That's weird.
You're
I
weird.
said when I was in preschool.
Oh.
Straw man pimp.
There you go with that damn weird ass Wizard of Oz porn fantasy you got here. It's fucking. You got weird sex
Well,
fantasy.
in the Oz books,
He likes
I
the
don't think
Tin
they're-
Man.
yeah, the Tin Man, and I don't think there were any other Tin Men or any other hey Scarecrow people in the Ozverse.
How does the Tin Man reproduce?
A straw
Actually,
man's are.
They don't reproduce in the. I think it was the second Oz book. Was it Ozma of Oz? They had this like weird powder, and they would put the powder on certain like inanimate objects, and that's how like a lot of the characters in the like Ozverse exist.
Ozymandias?
No, but yeah. So I think that's probably. I think in one of the later books or ever, that might be the explanation that he was just a regular scarecrow, and they used the life powder
No,
to bring him.
now he's a golem.
Yeah.
You're a golem, John.
Here, I'm gonna have to Google what the powder's called in the Ozverse.
I don't give a fuck.
Called meth.
Well, I care. I'm interested.
12 minutes.
It's magic cocaine. What doesn't kill you mutates and tries again. Yep.
Oh, it's just called the powder of life.
That's very 2020 of you, Raisin.
Well, you know, such is
Powder
the
of
way.
life is a magic substance used in Elfring Blom's second Oz book, Ozma of Oz.
Are you talking about cocaine?
Cocaine, man. Sniff, sniff, cocaine.
Risky, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm a little hungry. I'm a hungry biscuit. I was just looking at I was looking at DoorDash and thinking about food in my mouth. You know,
Oh shit.
thinking about the food.
I got something for your mouth.
You shut up, you whore.
Oh, you don't want me to cook? All right, fine.
Yeah, right. Hooah. Yeah, cook. Okay.
Hooah!
Yeah, right. Dirty hooah.
Love how that guy pronounces it. Hooah!
Shab used to watch that like Canadian like PSA music video. Like, what is it? Don't you put it in your mouth? So he always puts stuff in his mouth that he shouldn't.
Yeah, you would know, Gene. Wouldn't you? Genie Poo.
Well, hey, you're always talking about all these random things you put in your mouth, and then like your girlfriend has to yell at you.
Yeah.
Because you don't put her in your mouth often enough.
Well, I
I
mean
was
that
putting
random
doorknobs
stuff
in
you
my
find
mouth.
on like on the street and on the floor and stuff. You don't put that in your mouth, Shab.
Oh, is he? He's not eating the wall gum again, is he?
He's eating everything. He puts everything in his mouth.
He saw Billy eat
I was
wall gum
hungry.
for money once.
It's a real funny joke, John.
Whenever-
Gene, and I'm a
Hey, not all jokes hit.
I'm Gene.
No, not all do, but some are supposed to, John.
You're grounded, Gene.
I'm sure you're being very objective when you're tallying my hit to miss ratio.
I want to hit you and not miss.
Oh, that was so
Good
funny,
ratio.
Pimp.
It was pretty fucking funny, John.
Yeah. Because Pimp said so. That's an assertion.
Yeah.
God darn it, Gene.
I insert facts, bitch.
Whoa.
It was an assertion, but now it's going to be an
Facts,
insertion.
not insert facts, Pimp.
I'll insert my dick in your mouth. John, you're being a bully again. You're trying to bully me. And I'm just an innocent young man.
Gene
Right,
the bully.
I'm
I said,
doe-eyed.
You have like runner's high. You have like bullying high. That's why That's why kids bully. It's like sadism. You derive pleasure off of like other people's pain and misery and suffering. I mean,
That's what
you
bullies are. Yes.
yeah, you
Yeah, like what the second half of your week is.
well, you treat somebody else
Refueling
like
after all that
right.
niceness you have to do.
It's like you devalue somebody else, and then it's like you get that little dopamine rush, and it's like, hey, it's pretty fun, and then you feel better about yourself.
What the fuck, dude?
I mean, maybe that's why you have kids who are like chronic bullies and stuff. That's probably it. They're like, you have people who are like porn addicts or whatever, where it's like they get it, or like gambling addicts, or they get it's that dopamine rush. They win the.
It's a false and temporary sense of.
Well, they get addicted to the like treat somebody like shit, get the dopamine high, so they have to constantly do it, constantly go after the kids. I think that's what it is.
So teach people that you can get good chemical rushes from like kindness and acts of generosity too, and then maybe they won't lean on bullying to get their.
Well, here's the thing. I think some people, like, I think a lot of genetics probably comes down to it as well. I think some people naturally get like a dopamine rush from doing charity and stuff, and I think some people, like a lot of cops, I think a lot of people do get power highs or highs from bullying, devaluing others. In all seriousness, I think that's the case.
Well, there you go, John.
You argue a lot with bad genetics or genetic.
Shut up,
John, you gotta-
lady.
you gotta stop stressing out half-bred ninja.
I
without
was talking about
$150,000.
that one study before. Like
Gene? We just got a $10 tip,
oh.
and you're gonna have to look at what it was. I don't know
Ooh,
why
tips.
I don't know why I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Keep tipping,
Read it.
please. I'm gotta get over to it. All aboard the tip train, but Gene can't come on without $150 or $1,000.
What? Gene.
Damn, that's a big tip. $150,000.
Wait, so who was it?
Tammy, I just said it. If you'd listen, you fucking
I'm a woman.
you disability.
Timmy's a bully.
Gene explained to me that I have a disability because of my femininity.
Whoa.
Sounds
That
bad.
sounds very inconvenient.
But like the sadism thing, I mentioned that like there was a study that showed which occupations had the highest percentage of psychopaths and the lowest percentage.
Police.
And well, police officers were up there.
Military.
Journalists. Well, journalists were up there in terms of one of the occupations with the highest ratio of.
That I wouldn't have expected, but I guess there's a lot of like paparazzi types. So, yeah.
Lawyers are up there. And,
Lawyers for sure.
Yeah.
Politicians.
CEOs were number one.
Yeah, obviously.
Damn.
But in the top 10 lowest. And surgeons.
Looking at you, Bobby Kotick.
Yeah, surgeons
Bezos.
are in the top 10, but medical doctors in general.
What about
are,
dentists?
I don't.
Well, I
think
want
they're
my
actually
surgeons to be psychopaths, just for the record. We'll explain
Yeah.
that in a minute.
Steve Martin told me that dentists are psychopaths.
But I think it was like.
I do not want my
Medical-
surgeon worrying about his marriage while he's or she's surgerying.
Yeah, but medical doctors and nurses, a lot of healthcare workers were on the bottom of the list of like the top 10 least likely jobs where you'd encounter a psychopath. And charity work. So I think charity's number one. Like you said, people get a dopamine high from doing good things. So I think like a lot of like nurses and like charity workers and so forth, I think they do enjoy helping others. But then I think that you
So
also
wait, you're
have
telling
that
me-
segment.
You're telling me the professions that revolve around caring for people have the least psychopaths in them.
Exactly.
I'm
What a
shocked.
shot. Well, I'm saying I think that like once again.
No, I think you need to get $400. Shut up.
You talk too much, Gene.
It's the
Okay?
John
I'm gonna
tax.
beat you up, Gene.
Nah, hell you for. I wish you know. We need at least make 50 more before I go to bed.
We need your dollars.
I need to fantasize about John Morgan in a bathtub of Jello.
Oh, that's fucking hot.
If I make my
Lime
go, I'll do
Jello.
that. I'll do that if I make my go. I'll
Jello
dream
Gene.
of John. Jello Genie.
It's Jello, specifically the exact color of a green screen.
Lime Jello.
I never really liked Jello.
Never.
Because
What
he
would that be
loves
like
lime
if you were
Jello.
lying?
Everyone sends him lime Jello.
I like love
Imagine
Jello.
you're lying in a tub of Jello that's thick enough to hold you suspended
Dr.
in it, but it's chroma keyed out on a camera, so you look like you're just floating in the air.
Ew, that would be weird. That'd be really
Yeah,
weird.
it's super, super weird.
Kind of kinky, but weird.
Be hot.
Weird.
Too hot for YouTube.
So weird.
We need a website you can stream that on instead, like Chatterbait or something.
Chatterbait.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, Chatterbait. Fuck yeah, it's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what she
man.
said.
I'm gonna start a site called Shitterbait though, where it's all about scat porn.
Ew.
Yeah,
Yep.
Shitterbait.
Some people would love that.
Yeah.
John Morgan would.
Gene.
Be fair, Ninja. Talking about the execution. So 12:30 where I am, so I'm kind of a little fatigued. That's why my execution may be a bit off.
Well, execution.
When your brain's shutting down due to fatigue, usually your execution isn't the most as static as it should be.
Well, go to bed then. Get
Yeah.
some sleep,
I
mister.
will. I'm planning on going to bed once the stream's over.
There you go.
Let's end the
Good.
stream and get rid of them. No, I'm kidding.
Pimp Monk
God,
farting
Gene.
in my face matters.
Let's act like we're ending the stream, so he'll leave, guys.
Well, shit, I didn't make but $10. John, I'm upset.
Yeah, your audience, they need to be more generous. They need to be more giving. They're not very charitable. I think you got a lot of psychopaths in your audience.
Whoa.
Some of them. I agree that some of them
Yeah,
are.
faux head bowling.
Bowling is definitely crazy as hell.
Well, that's the thing. Genetically, they're getting off on not giving you money.
It's their
They're
favorite
bullying?
thing.
What's that?
Are they bullying?
I wouldn't say they're bullying.
They're bowling.
Bullying.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that type of bullying where you isolate or seclude a kid. Maybe it's like that kind of bullying by withholding money.
I don't know. I think withholding money is pretty rude.
Pretty fucking rude.
To
Well,
be fair, never mind.
go ahead, Bob.
Like when they talk about all the different types of bullies, cyber bullies, stuff like that. Do you think that when they consider secluding or isolating another kid, do you think that should be considered bullying?
Yeah.
Pretty much, John.
There's a reason
Well,
why. The reason why people frown on prisons doing solitary confinement.
No, not
Therefore,
solitary
kids doing
confinement.
it to each other is similar.
I'm talking about if 4 kids on the playground don't want to hang out with one kid.
Are there
Yeah.
only 5 kids on the playground?
Well, I'm saying
Yeah,
in a particular group. So let's say a group of 4 kids don't want to hang out with one particular kid. Are they
This
gonna-
is too long of a conversation. We got to end.
Ah, okay.
We do at the end. I'm sorry. You brought this up earlier when you was doing that other 14,000 goddamn minute fucking.
What?
You grounded,
Hope
Gene.
everybody enjoyed the John's ranting about everything show tonight.
Yeah.
Well, hey, like I had Red Eye and Low Energy on my stream,
Check
and
out
they
Primrose
kind of
Monkey.
Yay!
they hogged a lot of the ramble time on my stream, so I kind of need to get all my ramblings
He has
out.
to take it out on us.
Yes, blame Red Eye and blame Low Energy.
Low energy. How could you?
Yeah, make sure you check out those links that are in the chat. And make sure you tip, dude. You can tip after the stream. I really do I need to get by to Wednesday. So anyways, that's it. Bye.
89.